Hello everybody, how are you guys doing this morning? I hope everyone is doing well. I am here to paint minis, so we're gonna go ahead and get started and have a good time. Alright. So, we have this Commissar, and this is something we're going to work on. This is the main focus of our painting today. But we end up with colors to waiting for colors to dry or anything. We got other stuff we can do too. So, welcome in, John Lockridge. How you doing, man? Hope everyone's having a good week so far. It's Tuesday. I've had already a productive day and a productive week, so feels good. Commissar Mini isn't too complicated, so it might not take us super long to paint him. It's nice. Just realized he's missing part of his wrist. Awesome. We're going to do without, because that is my attitude at this point. Productive happening here. Snowing in southern Ohio. It's snowing, really? Wow. Alright. Well, hopefully you're staying warm. Hey, Demise, welcome in. How are you doing today? Doing good. That's good. I'm doing well also. Just getting right into painting some minis, so putting base colors on this Commissar. Nothing too complicated. That's where we are. Are you in the hobby, Demise? You paint minis or play any miniature games, anything like that? Not sure I recognize your name. I feel like this might be your first time jumping in, so. Right, that first color black done. I'm also gonna do. I'm gonna take some of this satin black. Let's see if it helps. Differentiates these colors a little bit. take some satin colors and do that. Playing paint the day off work isn't normally the time I'm watching. Oh, that's fair. All right. What do you play 40K? And what armies? What do you collect in here? This primer's behaving strange. I'm having too many issues with this mini. We might just switch over to some other stuff for the day. Excuse me. Death Guard Emperor's Children at the minute, painting some Kings of War and Trench Crusade. Oh, cool. All right. Are you excited for the Emperor's Children stuff? I've heard the Emperor's Children things are supposed to like get their Sunday preview this coming Sunday. Yeah, nice. So pre-orders not this weekend, but next weekend. That's what it's looking like. I'm kind of hoping someone will throw a Fulgrim mini my way to paint for him, but not getting my hopes up. It's the most random things I end up painting for, so. Okay, let's put a second coat of this coal black on his on the cloth. And then we'll see where we are here. Anyone in here has been following my 3D print project this past weekend, or if they're hanging out on stream Sunday night, I did finish the tank. I'll show them to you here in a second. Now that I'm done with it, it feels a little small, even though it has like the same silhouette as Leman Russ. Just feels small. So well, maybe I need to print the super heavy version. See if I feel better about the size of it then. Yeah, Demise, I do play 40K. I haven't played 40K in a bit, but I'm gonna be playing this weekend because my older brother and my nephew got into 40k, so I'm gonna be playing a game with them this weekend. But otherwise, yeah, I have other games I'm playing. So always something to occupy my time. What's up, Blue? How you doing? Here, guys. This is the finished tank. I put a bit of weathering powder on it, but this is it with the turret, movable turret, all the fun stuff. So didn't bother painting the other side. What's really nice is this has a it's like a drain hole in the bottom of it, but it's good because if you fully assemble this mini, it covers up all of the drain holes, which is really nice. But you always want to have some kind of vent spot if you have hollow minis, for the chance that they're not completely cured on the inside. You don't want them exploding on you, so it's a good way to prevent that. But yeah, little adorable tank. I got some transfers on there. Yeah, the transfers turned out really good, so pretty cool. Pretty excited about it. Is it the Wehrmacht's version of the ATT? Kind of, yeah. No, it's the Imperium's version of the ATTE. That's what this is. Yep. An ancient STD, or STD. Oh my gosh. An ancient what do you call them? Oh, STC. I'm done, guys. Stream's over. Yeah, it's an ancient STD. All right, good night, everybody. I'm going back to bed. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was gonna make a comment about how they found it in an old film, and just that's just it. Okay, all right. So let's continue on with the commissar here. Oh, we'll get some brown. Maybe where the Tyranids are from. Yeah, it might be the galaxy far, far away. Yeah, that's true. The Tyranids ate it. Yeah, the war of ancient human against men of iron. That's so great. Did you just clip it? Please tell me you just clipped that. That's what this is. Yep. An ancient STD. Or STD. Oh my gosh. I'm done. Let's just restart the day, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you're in the middle of your work day and you gotta restart it. That's the only solution. Restart the year. Restart the I don't know, this past year. TPD's canceled. Yeah, I'm canceled. That's true. Space whales can travel at hyperspace speed. Yeah, Tau allies. Yeah. They recruit the Purgle to get them around. There's got a grenade on him. Good for him. sort of Leviathan species. Yeah, I don't think they do. Yeah, the Tyranids are the closest we get to that, right? Like the Tyranid ships. What else? All right, boots. Actually, sounds really interesting though. Yeah, like a species of giant spacefaring creatures. At this point, I don't know if I would trust GW to like be able to make it interesting. It would be, hey, there's these big creatures, but then they would just call back to the Tyranids the whole time. Like, yeah, it's actually a Tyranid splinter fleet or something, and like that would be that. Yeah, their ships are big things, big creatures. Nova can be good. Yeah, yeah. Space Marine Fleet would annihilate them, but they would describe them as like pseudo Tyranids, also, right? Like it wouldn't be. They did that with a planet in one of the early 30K novels. This weird like forest planet or like jungle planet called Murder, and they had a species there called the Megarachnids, what they called them, and they just had like super sharp talons and everything that would just cut through power armor and all these like crazy things. And yeah, that was the whole premise of them. But they never said they were. Yeah, it was one of the early ones. Yeah, never said they were Tyranids, but it was very heavily implied. Silver's out here. A really random question. I don't know if anybody is interested in. Archon Studios has has this product called Dungeons and Lasers, and it's like modular, like terrain and stuff. I was looking at selling mine. I have a decent collection of it from like the fantasy side of their line. Someone's interested. A message and we can talk. I was planning on just selling it. I've had it for a couple years and haven't done anything with it, so I don't think it's worth me keeping to just sit on a shelf. I got some work started on my command squad. I think we were working on Sunday. And engine layout and get a pet mouse to run through the maze. Yeah, you can do that. Yep. That sounds adorable, actually. But I was working on that command squad a bit yesterday during our Patreon hangout. Revise with this wrist because it looks awful. Take a lot of the base colors. I need to put white on the minis as a base color, and then have to do like some detail work. Like they have books and scrolls and stuff on them, and then there's the banner and everything. Raja, good morning. How are you doing today? Silver, I think that's it. Silver. I guess I made a mistake here. Let's go ahead and correct that. Cool. Let's get some red. We can start with burnt red, and we're going to do with the inside of his collar and basically the
First
front
of all,
of his hat.
let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your home.
Hey, Andre, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. How are you doing this morning? Let's see. Last night, yeah. All right. I want a second coat of that red, but we're gonna wait just a minute. Because our next color to put on is gold, and I'm doing gold over the red, so we're gonna wait until we get that red first. I have a Mark 6 Marine. I'm struggling to decide how to paint. Okay, a Mark 6 Marine. So, Lamb, are you doing this for 30K, or is this just a for fun mini to paint, or is there a purpose for it? What about the Tactical Squad? Gotcha. With painting last year and trying different things, see what I like. Well, models look good. Oh, thank you. Just getting started on it. I am a big fan of the Horus Heresy game and setting, and the Mark 6 Marines fit really well in that. And I don't think you could go wrong like picking out a legion, like a Space Marine Legion, and just painting a Marine like one of those legions. And you could do that with a lot of the different Marines. You can paint each one a different legion or whatever, and just have fun doing that. I think these shoulders might need to be silver. Hey Gosu, what's going on? Let's go for this. Second coat of red here. Alright, just a bit of red from him. Day started. The last build plate of the Myrmidons off the printer. Also printed those 2 Gatorade HQs with Demon Cataphractii. Oh, cool. Yeah. I saw a bunch of that guy's prints. The guy did the Myrmidons. They were taken down. Including the Myrmidons. Alright, let's put some gold out on the plate. So I was going to link him to somebody. To show him to him. I was like, oh yeah, it was Gosu that posted those. Okay, he's cycling them, alright. It does seem to be the new meta, yeah. Does he have a second account or something he's moving them between? It's in the secret mode, okay. Where would I theoretically be looking? The Myrmidons on build plate are currently down on the website anyway, on the purple website on Cults. So I'm not sure if you could find them at the moment. I know a guy. Yeah, there you go. What's up, Spill Paint Pot? How you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna print some. I'm gonna print some Thalax for a local Heresy player. And I mean, he found some really good Thalax minis for free. And I'm going to print those for him, and he's going to have some really nice ones. And I almost fit him on one build plate. It's going to take two, but get a quick print, and the supports look really good and everything. So
First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your home.
Hey, thank you for the follow. Is it I am for reals or lamb for reals? I'm going to assume it's I am for reals. I'm just calling you lamb. But I appreciate the follow. I am for reals. Okay, okay. Lamb is acceptable. I'm Australian. Okay, okay. Yeah, there's one guy I follow where I learned, actually it's because Gosu told me, he has two accounts that he posts on, so he switches between the two accounts every week or so. What's the mini you're painting? This is a Commissar for, I guess you would call them Astra Militarum. What this guy is. Just the classic plastic Commissar. Yeah, so I have STLs for Thalax, and they're it's crazy. The STLs are in 3 pieces. I don't know how many pieces the plastic minis are in, but having 3-piece Thalax that look really good. At least the STLs look really good. It's impressive. Yeah, resin printers are nice. It is a lot of work on a resin printer. It is definitely a hobby in itself. So it can be frustrating if you're just wanting to use it as like a means to an end. It can get real frustrating. But it's cool. It's rewarding. Get lots of cool stuff. You can do lots of cool stuff. Botan Buggy has 1-to-1 aggro. Oh, nice. Nice. It's like, yeah, you have to clean the print and everything, but also you're saving time on all that assembly. That's a lot of time you save. Sell them in a consumer electric shop, so I have a bit of experience. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, finding space. Yeah. Definitely like a separate work area. I have a like an in-room air purifier I run when my printer runs. And I have a new filter coming today. A new like HEPA filter, like a VOC filter and everything for it. So waiting for that to come, then I'm going to start the printer up again. I got some things I want to print. So yeah, there are a lot of cool art, like my Leman Russ proxy. Here, it's finished. Since some of you guys are in here now, this is my proxy Leman Russ. Same dimensions. Same width and length. Replaceable turret. Yeah, it's from Maker's Cult. This is where this is from. Super easy print. Yeah, it's an ATTE, like, but it's like a guard proxy. It's got like the Leman Russ back end. It's great. There's a lot of magnetized options for this. I didn't magnetize this one. It's got a little bit of blue tack, but you're able to fit magnets in here to magnetize the turret. I don't think it's necessary to magnetize the turret, but also this bottom gun here is able to be magnetized. It's just their weird magnet sizes, so I didn't have any magnets available. So I figured first one, I'll just glue it. And we'll have a tank that's glued together. But this tank also comes in like Chimera versions, so like the Hellhound, Devil Dog, Chimera type versions of the troop transport. They also make artillery versions of this, so all the different guard artillery you can get with this kind of hull body style. And there's 10 different weapons on the turret here for this version. And there's also super heavy versions, so Baneblade sized versions of these that have all the variants. So there's ones with like the big turret for like the Baneblade, and there's ones with like the fixed guns on the front for like the Storm Sword, and all the big like turbo laser ones and everything. So lots of cool designs for that, and I plan on printing a lot more of these. And then I also have my transfers, so I have my Prospering Spire Guard transfers with these. But yeah, I'm excited to mess around with more of these and get more of these. Just have tanks are cool. All right, back to the Commissar. We're just gonna give this dude a quick wash, the black wash all over. We're gonna let him dry. We'll work on something while he's drying. Brush. We're gonna paint his skin after all this wash. I didn't want to use a black wash over his skin. Oh, there was some gold I kind of missed. All right. I knew there was something else gold that I needed. It's his chain sword. Oh, we need to get gold. Okay, we're figuring it out. We'll get this many painted. I'm apparently a lot more tired. Yeah, my preferred paint, Pro Acryl, by Monument Hobbies. I am like an affiliate with them, so if you follow the link, like I get a little commission out of it. It throws like a few bucks my way. But I've ever since I first bought these paints, like well before I was affiliated with Monument Hobbies, I tried these paints on a whim. I ordered them, and I tried them, and within like the end of the week, I got rid of almost all of my GW paints. This is a commission, Cody. Sorry, I do have a guard tank though. I was just showing people, but it's really good paint. They don't send me stuff for free, so it's not like I'm like testing free things from them or anything. I just get a little commission when people use that link, and you get a discount. But yeah, it's by far my favorite paint. This stuff, I use it for like 95% of what I paint. Alright, he's drying, so now we're going to go over to our 30k minis. And I'm going to grab, let's grab a brown here. Have a single Pro, yeah, bold titanium white, yeah. That's definitely like the one they're known for. And Australia is maybe a difficult place to get a hold of Pro Acryl. So, Monument's a pretty small company out of the US, so yeah, you might have some difficulty, but yeah, they are definitely trying to expand as fast as they can. Coats of this mahogany. This is my 30k Thousand Suns that I'm just going to paint while that wash dries on the Commissar. Mahogany last. Yeah, nice. Mahogany's pretty decent color. We're gonna be real sloppy with these books. There's a lot of detail in these little books. This is a Command Squad. I bought the Mark III Command Squad and I printed a bunch of separate pieces to add to them, like cool weapons. Like this guy's this cool, like we call it like a Qatar, I think is what it's called, and shoulders and helmets and these like little gubbins that'll sit on them and everything. So lots of cool extra pieces. Definitely need a second coat. And we're gonna get, there's another book. Yep. 2 books here. Yeah, Noosh is a weathering medium, so it's weird to explain. It's kind of like a wash, or if you know about like oil washes, like the technique of putting an oil wash on a mini where you use oil paint, you mix it with like spirits or a thinner. You paint over the mini and then you basically wipe away the excess with more like white spirits. That's how Noosh behaves, except Noosh is it's an acrylic based product, and you don't need like it doesn't have like a harsh smell, or you're not working with like, I guess, like harsh chemicals, and you don't need a separate chemical to remove it. You just let it sit for a few minutes and then you kind of wipe it away. And I really like the makeup sponges were working really well when I was using it last time. But otherwise, it kind of acts like a wash. It definitely takes some learning. Like there's a learning curve to it. Gubbins is such a good and underused word. Yeah. Thanks. For a lot of AP even, yeah. So Pro Acryl is a very like matte finish paint, which I love. I love paint that, like, I prefer a matte finish on my minis anyway, but the paint that dries matte is great, and it's really thin but really highly pigmented. So for me, it's like best of all worlds with how to like what I want in paint. I'm doing okay, but yeah. So Vallejo employees went on like a partial strike. Vallejo was bought by a private equity company, which we all know how that's going to end up, right? Like Vallejo is on a timer at this point, the life of the company, while the private equity company just, dumps all their debt onto it and gets the money they can out of it and then runs when the company fails. Um, yeah, they were bought by a private equity company, and they were trying to change some things or something, and the Vallejo employees said no. They went on a like partial like 20% strike or something for a few weeks, and then they eventually resolved the issue. Yeah. Yep, Kodiak, you can expect that. And Vallejo is like, and they're like a cornerstone to like the miniature like model painting community, right? Like that company as a whole is a big deal. I'll be doing a lot of touch-ups on these books. It's alright. Yeah, they're screwed. Yep. Yep. Vallejo is a pretty good company. They have my big issue with Vallejo as far as their products are concerned is they're inconsistent. Um, so like they have some colors that are like the gold standard for those colors, and they have other colors that like that I'll paint with like 4 coats and don't cover. So typically they're more natural colors, like they're greens and browns and grays. Like those work really well. Vallejo Black was also really good. It's like a kind of industry standard paint, right? But then when you get into their like more vibrant colors, like the bright blues and the oranges and the stuff that like us kind of sci-fi fantasy players might be using a lot more, they're not so good.
Let me take just a moment to thank you.
Hey,
for
Keenan,
me back into your home.
join on YouTube, and I see is that you just followed on Twitch? Thank you very much. These are not Blood Angels; these are Thousand Suns. So these are my Heresy era Thousand Suns. Jax, yeah, it's not, well, not rumors. No, a private equity company bought Vallejo, and you know it's not a rumor that private equity companies are very bad for any company's continued existence. The only thing private equity companies are good for is to make money for the private equity company, and it's like a short-term thing. And I don't know if I can think of an example of private equity buying a company and it turning out well for the company. So if you have examples, please share. But that is, you know, just the just from what I have seen. So. Okay, little correction there on the commissar. So he's got some of that. He still needs to dry though. Hey, Tuvan, what's going on? What do I want to do? Let's see. Could paint a little on this guy. I think I want to do gold. And we have gold paint, so that works out. I want to do gold around the banner here. Like in this area, in this trim. That's what we're going to do. Much. Christmas came late for girlfriend. Commissioned Orcs just arrived. Nice. Very nice. You guys happy with them? Only started painting in November. I'm loving that stuff. Nice. Yeah, it's cool. It's a great hobby. It's a really good community overall. Yeah, I've been streaming for a few years, and I'm honestly really impressed with like the miniature painting kind of community on Twitch is just solid overall. So. Yeah, chat with Trevarion. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Trevarion is one of the only like miniature painting YouTubers that I'm still subscribed to. I don't watch a lot of the like content creators. I subscribe to a lot of them for different reasons over years, but it kind of seems like, at least in the YouTube space, and maybe it happens in Twitch too, but people kind of, they always kind of evolve into the same direction. It gets much more YouTube-y and like vloggy and less, you know, like here's how I paint this technique, or here's how I do this. So, you know, if it works for them for the algorithm, like that's great. Good for them, making a living. It's hard to not be happy for someone who found out how to, you know, make a living for themselves, but not the kind of stuff I prefer to watch. Has informative content. Yeah. Yeah, we're just working with base colors now, so not quite up to a level very happy with it yet, but we'll get there. Where's our commissar? He's still drying. Yeah, still drying a little bit. Get to you soon. You know what? I can start. Let's go back. Let's start with this silver. Grey Knight's banner. I actually really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's fun. I have I have this banner to paint. I'm gonna break up the big like blank banner a little bit, and then I have a really nice transfer I'm gonna put on it. So that's the goal. I like my Thousand Suns transfers. Yeah, hopefully Grey Knights get a good refresh sometime soon. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows if it is? I do, I love, like, following, like, the whole, like, rumors and leaks and stuff for like, stuff in this hobby. Like Warhammer stuff and everything. And, there's actually a channel in the Discord for just such a thing. And I try to post in there when I see something new crop up. Yeah, anybody's free to post in there if they see something, so I always enjoy hearing about whatever's new or whatever might be coming. So thanks, Blue, for linking that. Yeah, that's if you want to come hang out, stay up to date on all the new rumors. That's the place. Not a lot slips by me as far as rumors go, so I try to keep you guys informed too if there's something new. Black and white picture GW post. Yeah, one of the black and white previews that shows a Grey Knight and a Space Wolf maybe fighting or something going on there. So It could be like a bait and switch, which really Space Wolves, because they also hinted at Space Wolves, but that also could just mean there's a new codex coming, and just because the codex is coming doesn't mean they're getting like a big refresh. They might just get a character, or something really simple. Most of the time when codexes come out, it's a new character and that's it. Yeah, it might not be too long before they get their codex though. At least have some different rules. Winning Harbor, the same list, yeah. A different list then. Winning with Grey Knights, is that what you're saying, Tuvon, or is it something else? We can start getting to this red. Let's see if this brush is a little... No, that's our big brush. Let's do a little smaller brush. That's too big. We'll try an even smaller one. Try to use the colors we have on our palette, and then we'll start building up. Okay, let's get this black brown back out. I didn't assemble this many. It's unfortunate. A lot of these 40k minis are missing pieces. So I kind of have to work with what I got here. So if you see something weird, like half his wrist missing, I apologize, but it's what I got to work with. So we're gonna make the best of it. I have a lot more minis I have to paint for this person. I think a lot of them I'm just going to paint off stream because of random issues with minis. So we'll paint this Commissar today, and then I think we'll work on Thousand Suns. Because it's weird to watch. That's why. All right. Let's start. Gonna highlight this red a bit. We're gonna get some bold pyro red. Excess out of there. Just put a little bit of paint on a brush. Get some of these little like high parts at and on the cloth here. Okay, cool, easy red. Let's highlight our brown. I'm gonna take this light umber. I'm gonna start mixing it into our black brown that we already have on here. A little more light umber and black brown, but pigment in the light umber isn't as strong, so I'm going to compensate and get a color right in between the two. Alright, we'll go right in with the light umber on its own and just kind of get some of the like high points on here. Hey T-Slayer, what's going on? I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well. Over 2 weeks. Feel so impatient. What's coming out in 2 weeks? Wilds. Okay, okay. Emperor's Children is supposed to go on pre-order in about 2 weeks. That's the current rumor. Marion's got Monument Hobbies on the brain. He's thinking about the wilds, apparently. Turn off the codex bit. Oh, cool. Alright. What newsletter? Alright, we got that. Let's get, it's the cover. Yeah. The special edition, oh, the GW emails. Okay. The special edition codex looks really cool, actually. Like, I love the ideas for it. How it has, like, the case and everything. I thought that was really interesting. Alright, we're going to get some bright gold. This on the mini, try to highlight this gold a little bit. We had our Patreon hangout yesterday afternoon, and it was a lot of fun. We're chatting about all kinds of stuff. That's good. Hobby related or not, we just kind of hang out and chat. It's like a live chat with everybody. Our Patreon members who want to join. So if you want to be a part of that, we do that once a week. That is any paid Patreon member. Yeah, sorry, man. That's all right. Yeah, it's definitely a balance of like finding a time that I'm able to do it. That like works for me consistently in a time that a lot of people can be there. So, I know normal people work during those times. But yeah. Alright. Just a little bit there. Let's start highlighting some weapons. Got a little bit of this dark neutral gray. Mix that with the satin black. This is for the weapon casings.
First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your home.
JG, please. That's your name. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. See compression gloves and super helpful. Oh, that's cool. And without pain, yeah. Yeah, I have. Well, I had carpal tunnel syndrome in one of my wrists, and it made painting really difficult. And I had surgery to correct it. It's helped a lot. I don't have to shake my hand out every 5 minutes when I paint, which is pretty nice. Let's try some of this. We're gonna get some just warm gray. We're gonna mix it with the coal black. We're starting getting the cloth highlighted since it's all dry. So we want the cloth and the like the more inorganic pieces to look different, even though they're both black. So a way of doing that is using different colors to highlight. The cloth, I like to go for more warm colors, even if just a warm gray. It's colder colors. You know, like metal, like bolter casings and the inorganics. Like I said, we'll get his skin eventually.
Look at me!
Hey, where am I looking? Finished projects. Alright, Timid Tempest. Sweet, dude. We have some, the World Eaters. It is! Yeah, nice. Painted the Hellbird. Man, you like loaded them up to transfer is really good. Good use of your space there. The green plasma was a great choice too. Nice. Look at you eating a salad in the background. So he's being healthy and he's painting World Eaters. Good job, Timid Tempest. Very proud. The green base room is just perfect. Yeah. What did you use to apply your transfers? Did you use like MarkFit or Microsol or anything like that? There's like one or two of the transfers I can still see the plastic backing on them. So, yeah. So, a recommendation. You can find a product. I really like MarkFit because it's like a one product solution, but it's this stuff right here. It's like a Tamiya or Mr. Hobby product or whatever. It's decal solution. What it does, it dissolves the plastic backing and leaves the ink. That's its whole purpose. And it makes your transfers look real. Like this says, these are transfers on this this tank I painted. So, like that's a transfer. You know, there's no plastic backing left on it. You can see like this skull over here. Also a transfer. You can't tell. There's no MarkFit. That's this stuff. Also, you get a whole bottle of it. You can see how much I've used in this bottle. Right, you see that? I have applied literally hundreds of transfers with this single bottle. This is how much I still have left. You get plenty. This is like a buy it for life product. I'm never going to run out of MarkFit. Yeah, I use hundreds of transfers. Maybe I don't know if it's up to 1,000 or not, but lots of transfers that I have used with that Mark Fit. And it's still going strong. Yeah, the Space Marines are the worst to put transfers on, but Mark Fit does work with Space Marines, even with the horrible Ultramarines U. Like it works. When you apply it too, it's gonna look really bad at first. You're like, wow, this is all like folded up on itself, or like it's none of it's laying flat or whatever. You just give it time. You know, like you follow the instructions, you give it plenty of time, and it'll slowly lay it down flat. And if it doesn't lay it down flat after it completely dries over a couple hours, you just come back to it and you just put another little dab of Mark Fit on it. You just let that re-dissolve, and you do that as long as you need to. It's greater than any other decal solution. Yeah, I know people swear by Microsol and Microset, but I'm pretty much of the opinion that you just buy what's available and use it, because I think the Microsol Microset works just fine. You know, Mark Fit's great because it's just one product, right? You don't have to worry about two separate things and like what order do you put things or whatever. Hey, Code Coup, welcome. Two things for one transfer is a little much. Yeah. How dare they? How are you doing, Code Coup? You in the hobby? That brim there. For the Emperor? Okay, alright. Yeah, we're painting our little commissar here. I think it's time to put a base coat of flesh on them. The other colors are about done, so yeah. Alright. We'll start with this advanced flesh tone. I want to get it. I put on top what's already there to clean it up. You could probably do that on the present transfers, and it might work. I've never done that specifically. The actual instructions for it is you basically you get your transfers ready. You put them in the water to like wet them and everything. And then when you're ready, you basically brush on a little where the transfer is going to go. You put the transfer on top, you position it where it needs to be, you soak up the excess from underneath, and then I normally give it like a minute or two to set, and then I put more Mark Fit on top of it. Yeah. Dark Angels, possibly starting Salamanders. Yeah, you're going to get good use out of that. Yeah, I agree. Needs two products when you just use one. Just the fact that I have Mark Fit has turned me into someone that will order transfer sheets from Games Workshop, like the Forge World transfer sheets. Just because I can get my money's worth out of them. I actually use them and they look good. It's crazy, man. GW never sold decal solution when they put the sheets in almost all of their sets. Yeah, it's an easy upsell. Yeah, yep. I agree. You could actually look at their studio minis that they paint. Like, you go to their Space Marines, you can look at their Space Marines they paint on their website, and you can tell they don't use decal solution on their transfers, and they look really bad, which is funny. Like, some of the best painters in the world, and they like handicap them. Like, no, you're not allowed to use that. Use water for the transfers. Alright. Some skin on there. What's I looking at? Little mistake. Okay, we're gonna get some we'll do tan flesh as our highlight here. See if we need to mix or not, but we might need a smaller brush, which is okay. Not a big deal. Yeah, at the end of the day, the worst things to put transfers on are Space Marine shoulders. Which is just hilarious with how big of a deal Games Workshop makes about transfers. But so I'm going to build. Do you have a preference for winged or wingless? I'm struggling with how to build them when I get there. I have never built or painted that specific mini. The wingless, as far as the miniature goes, the wingless is a good throwback to the classic Metal Demon Prince mini that I love. Absolutely love that old Demon Prince mini. But I understand the winged, probably for gaming purposes, the winged one might be better. I don't know. I don't know the points difference in them and everything, but yeah, painting, yeah, painting dad. Someone almost sent me one to paint, and I think it just kind of fell through. It's definitely a mini I want to paint. Like, I would love to have a couple Demon Princes because they look cool, right? No one's commissioned me to paint one. No. Okay, let's go in with this slightly smaller brush here. Ball's well gonna work. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for jumping in and joining. There are not Demon Princes in 30K. No. This is all before like demons were a known entity in the Imperium. So there is a demons faction. They're called Demons of the Ruined Storm. And I think you can use demon princes with them, but they don't call them demon princes. Like, there's no... it's crazy. Since it's before the Imperium knew the different chaos gods and like that was all like common nomenclature or whatever. Like, the demons are much different. They're very generic in their naming. You have things like an archdemon or lesser demons or demon swarms or demon beasts, and then you kind of give them upgrades to maybe put them in a category toward a particular chaos god. But I think there are like some equivalent minis to demon princes, but I also don't have a Ruinstorm demons list, so it's on the radar to get some demons so my Thousand Sons can summon them into battle, but it's just not something I have. Working on my militia and my solar auxilia and more actual Thousand Sons and all of that. Okay, not bad highlights. Let's get let's work up one more. We're gonna put some ivory, maybe some bright ivory down. We're gonna mix a little bit of that into our tanned flesh here. Just another little stage highlight. If I had a 40k Thousand Sons army, I'd hands down have a Demon Prince already. But I do not. Okay, I know it's crazy, but this guy's basically done except for his base. Like, just simplicity. Like that. On this silver. It's a good hour and a half mini. Feels pretty good. All kinds of messages today. Sorry you guys hear my phone going off. Alright. And then last thing we'll do, we got some warm gray right there. Okay. Commission for a Demon Prince? I don't know. Send me a message and we can talk about it. Send me a message on Discord. We'll talk about it. Wish I could do my Plague Marine. Yeah. I don't think I could paint a Plague Marine in an hour and a half. Can't do it right now. Oh, just curious. Yeah, I don't know. It depends on, like... I would really have to look at the mini. Kind of so I basically try to figure out how much time it takes me to paint something. That's my method. And so I might need to like sit down, like research the mini, figure out how the assembly process is, see how big it is, like look at the details around the mini and kind of be like, okay, all right, this thing will take me 8 hours to paint and like 2 hours to assemble or something, and then like what is that worth? So it's very much like a how many hours does it take me? So some things, like when I'm painting like B1 battle droids for Star Wars Legion, like those things take me 10-15 minutes to paint. So that's a much different place than, you know, whether it's like a normal World Eater or a Berserker or something. Right, that's what I do, Timid, yeah. Hey, Zen, how you doing, man? How you feeling? I'm happy with this guy. I think he turned out pretty well. That's a nice quick paint job, but about the same. Yeah, that sucks. All right, well, there's a mini done for the day. We'll mess around with the rocks on his base as we go. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue on with these guys a little bit. So, first, paint the Vindicare. No, I'm not going to paint the Vindicare. It's not getting painted on stream. All right, I'm going to take a quick break real quick, and I'll be back in like less than 5 minutes. But I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. All right, I'm back. Okay. So, yeah. Hey, in case you haven't seen, I'm going to show people. This is my finished Leman Russ proxy for my militia. That's so cool. I adore this thing. Yeah, two build plates. Really simple. I was messing with my slicer last night and made build plates, because I'm thinking about printing a lot of those and painting them for a 12-hour stream. But it would need to be a lot of them. So, yeah, I was making a build plate, and I was able to fit two hulls, not the legs, but the hulls, 2 hulls on a build plate. And I was just like separating out parts, and I think I was doing it like, 2 hulls, which is an unfortunate number because I had everything else fit like 7 on a build plate. But yeah, Zen. So just for a sense of scale, playing Militia, we talked about they can take like 1,000 infantry, and it's less than 2,000 points for 1,000 infantry. I can also bring up to 30 Leman Russ tanks in a single like force organization chart. Now that's more than 3,000 points.
First of
for
all,
30
let me
of
take
those.
just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your home.
Bringing a dozen Leman Russes isn't like far-fetched when you play Militia. Hey, and thank you for the sub on YouTube. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Yeah, they do have rules for Baneblades, so officially the Militia can only get the Baneblade and none of the variants. The Solar Auxilia can use all the different variants of the Baneblade. Yeah, I have a couple reasons to print the super heavy ones. A guy I was chatting with, he sent me some fun stuff where he turned one into a Dracosan armored transport, which is that big transport tank I painted. But he basically like mixed and matched and like edited a little bit of the stuff, like the hull on the tank, to make a Dracosan out of it. Which is amazing, which I might have to do, which that sounds like fun. But yeah, Baneblades are so awful in 30k though. Thing's near worthless. I would probably take one for my Militia though. Because it has shenanigans, basically. That's about it. Like, it'll never do much damage. It's reasonably cheap for what it is, and it doesn't give up any victory points. So, good on resin. Yeah, I think I'm good on resin right now. Let's get a smaller brush. We're gonna alternate this with white. I think this blue with white, which we'll get to eventually, but not like a second Xiphon. All right, I can do a Xiphon. Yeah, I want to print the Xiphon with that brewer's belt and everything. See how well that, or how much that changes things. Do you have models you feel really need an update? What do you mean? Like I should update painting them, or like the sculpts are old and I would like new ones? Like what do you mean? Like rules wise? Hey Star Laser, what's going on? Old sculpts? Yeah, I think if we're talking 40k, I mean, like, the Dark Eldar stuff looks great. Their plastics and stuff look amazing. But they need some new units. They haven't gotten an actual new unit since their release in 5th edition. All that's happened every single edition is the Dark Eldar have lost units. GW's taken away interesting units every single edition from the Dark Eldar. Every edition. And have not added one. So yeah, Dark Eldar just need they need some new interesting things. That's my big thing. But again, the plastics they have are fantastic looking. They hold up just fine with everything. Yeah. Well, I think they tried to kill him off before, and I think there was too much backlash. Yeah, Duke Sliskus. Duke Sliskus was my favorite. And who was my other favorite? Baron Sathanix was the guy. Yeah, they just lost the Tantalus. Yeah, so it doesn't look like GW's reversing the trend at all. Yeah, I am fairly certain Dark Eldar are not getting any new minis this edition, and they're going to take away more of their options. Even after, like, their index took away options, they just had a random Eldar update that took away Dark Eldar options, which is hilarious. Like, that killed the Tantalus. And now they're going, when the Codex comes out, they're going to take away more stuff. They're going to take away the Court of the Archon and the Beasts, the Beastmaster and the Beast. I'm fairly certain. No, yeah, well, Void Bomber just keep getting nerfed, but Void Bomber has an actual plastic miniature, so it'll stick around in some form or another. Although, I could see GW making a brand new game that's like Aeronautica Imperialis, but it's for like the full-size minis. And then they take all the flyers out of 40k. Yeah, the Tantalus. Yeah, the Tantalus is gone. Yeah, they took the rules out of the game. Yeah, that was like last week when they gave the Eldar points. Like, hey, here's the Eldar points update. So here's their like up-to-date points for their codex. Oh, by the way, the Tantalus no longer has rules. They just removed it from the game. Yeah. The Emperor's Children look really cool. Yeah. I don't have any commissions lined up for them. No, but I definitely would like to paint a Fulgrim. Fulgrim looks like a lot of fun to paint. Okay, let's just see. Okay, that dried. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this wash on this dude. The base here. Yeah, it's funny too. They did that, and right before they did that, I saw a Scar video where he was testing out a list with a Tantalus in it. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then like the next day, it got updated. And they just removed the Tantalus from the game. Man, I hate the mini for the Necron, the like Doom Scythe and everything, the Crescent. I despise those minis. Okay. Here is something we need to do. Since we're painting the banner, I want to do this properly. Maybe we wait a minute for the banner. But we are going to pull out our bright neutral gray. We're gonna get started on the white. Yeah. There are a couple Necron minis that I have no desire to ever buy. The Triarch Stalker is one of them. I think it is a horrible design and it looks dumb. The bikes, the like jet bikes, also another horrible design, and I hate them. And yeah, and the jet, yeah. I don't care if they're good or not. I just never want to use them in game. No desire. Okay, what am I painting white on this? Those are all your favorite units? Oh no. I think we like Necrons for very different reasons. Okay, I think what's appropriate, just to kind of mark out, if we take the edge of this, we'll give ourselves a little bit of leeway. So I know this way a bit. Let's just try this. Do our rough outline here. I could use tape, but that means I have to get something out, and I don't want to do that. And correct with the red afterwards as well. Building tomb blades? Yeah. I have never built them. And I hope I never have to. But if they ever become absolutely necessary to play Necrons, I just won't play Necrons. Like, I'm not so tied to 40k where I have to do that. Yeah, Necrons in general are a little difficult. I like building the Necron Warriors. Those are super easy and quick to build. Also, the Canoptic Doomstalker is made to be like a weird budget, like monopose kit, which is weird that it didn't show up in like the 9th edition starter because it looks like it should be. Saris was a terrible kit to build. Yeah, I agree. That was a frustrating one. Wait, which one? Saris is a terrible kit to build. No, I love the Canoptic Doomstalker. Don't get me wrong on that. I absolutely adore the Canoptic Doomstalker. Yeah, no, the Canoptic Doomstalker is my favorite mini in the line. They're just easy to build. That's all I'm saying. It looks like the way you build it, it's so simple, it's so weird for a GW mini to build. And it looks like it belongs in the starter set. But it didn't make it in the starter set, and I feel like it was originally supposed to be. And they changed their mind at the last minute. The warrior arms and shoulders, yeah. They just slot in, though, right? I have built and painted, I don't know, 100 warriors maybe, and I've been pretty happy with the experience every time. Yeah, the push fit. Yep. It's in the combat patrol, but it's a push fit. Okay. Side of this banner. start till 11th. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, man, Necrons are cool. Necrons have been really good. All right, where am I looking? Whips. All right, let's take a look. So every player needs an Imperial army, a Xenos army, and a Chaos army. Yeah, the Doomstalker with the turquoise is so good. Aramon blue is a great looking color. The Thousand Suns blues, so good looking. Yes, 30k Thousand Suns. What's going on, Culture American? How you doing? No, I love it, guys. Go check out Tuvon's Doomstalker. He does the cool. I don't remember what like dynasty that is, but I know it's a pretty popular. That Nihilek, yeah, Nihilek dynasty. It's great. I am in possession of the 3rd and 5th edition Necron Codex. And it's funny to see their change between those two codexes. Just doing the mix and match rules. Oh, yeah, okay. Nice. True fan of the Nihilek dynasty. And we can touch up the red. Get to it. Bad. I have a desire to check out 30k. I don't know what to try. How I can try before I buy type of thing. Dark Mechanicum. Yeah, Dark Mechanicum will be coming to 30k probably this year, based on the roadmap. But if you're wanting, I think Dark Mechanicum and Mechanicum share a lot of their like kind of basic units. So like the Mechanicum starter box is a really good value set. 30k has like the best value sets, especially if you're looking to start an army. If you're looking to start Space Marines, like actual Astartes, the Age of Darkness box is like the best value set GW's ever put out. I don't think they've ever put so many points in a box. And the fact that they sell that's $300 retail is wild. But yeah, see if you have a local group around you and see if they play. See if you can try out the game. Okay. We'll start with that first coat of white and we'll adjust it, but I got a nice big transfer that'll take up a lot of that banner. That'll be really good. But I want to put some more white on these minis. I think I'm going to do this knee pad on this guy, just to break up some of the red. Then I think I'll do one of his shoulders. Maybe both of them. Maybe both of them. This guy's also kind of a console. I made him like a little extra. Yeah, we painted an Astra Militarum Commissar already today. And here at school and work has been pulling away. That's no problem, Dark Angel. No problem at all. I never feel like you guys are obligated to be here. So you have other things to do by all means. It's nice when you are here. But, yeah, I do not get upset. Make me nervous. Not sure if they're too crunch for me or not. Dark Angels box. Oh, the Age of Darkness box. Is that 40k, Thousand Suns Army? Okay. Start adulting. All right, Tuvon, you have a good one. Yeah. Like I said, try it. There is a lot more crunch to it, but I feel like the rules to 30k are a lot more thematic. And man, I saw this on a subreddit. Someone was asked this question, get really combative with people about it, but it's basically someone who was like really involved in like the tournament scene in 40k, and they're tired of 10th edition, so they talked about wanting to start 30k. And their question was, if I want to play Death Guard rules, but I don't like to paint Death Guard, can I paint my minis as Blood Angels and use Death Guard rules? And the general consensus is, I mean, like, if your group is okay with it, fine. But overall, like, no. 30k is not a game where you play to win. Right? Like, you can obviously try to go to tournaments, but 30k is not balanced for, like, tournament play. It is pure, like narrative and based around like putting your minis on the table and like doing like cool stuff with those minis, right? Like showing off your painted army and stuff. Support. Oh no, that sucks, Gosu. That sucks, man. But point being, that the guy was getting really like mad with people that they were saying no. Like, if you're gonna paint your minis like Dark Angels, play them as Blood Angels. Play them as Blood Angels. Like, you don't. They're yeah, it's a really weird way to like power game, especially when the Space Marine Legion shared 95% of the units and rules. Yeah, and again, like, if his group is fine with it, that's fine. But it's like really weirdly power gamey, and to me, like, I would have an issue with it. Which is not something I'm usually like, but like I don't know like what would be the like narrative purpose, or aside from I want to win more games, what's the reason for painting Death Guard like Blood Angels? Painting Blood Angels and using Death Guard rules. Because if it's like, I want to use a bunch of heavy weapons, like, yeah, you can use heavy weapons as Blood Angels. Like, they do that. Like, I want to use Mortarion. Like, okay, that's weird, but like, why is Mortarion such a necessary part? Like, is he the one that's like winning games or something? Like, it's yeah, and you can paint alternate color schemes, but just like picking out a completely different color scheme, to me, like I mean, I like Blood Angels, but the Death Guard rules are better, so I want to play Death Guard. Like, that's not like the spirit of the game for me. Well, and the player was very much like the player was really weird about it too. Like, they got really combative, but like, they're like, yeah, I want to go to tournaments and stuff, and people were very clear, like, you can ask the TOs, but the TOs would not be okay with you doing that in a tournament. Just paint a different color for Death Guard. Yeah, like, you and people were giving him other solutions where he could play a Black Shields army, and Black Shields are like they're like the Marines that left their Legion, and you can mix and match Legions and stuff as a Black Shields player. So, like, yeah, play Black Shields, and then you can mix and match your Legion rules, and they're not like exactly the same, but you can paint them how you want and you put the rules you want in them. Like, you can do that. And the guy's like, nah, I want to play Death Guard. They're like, okay. All right, buddy. I think I'm gonna do all these shield. I think I'll do them the same. Yeah, the whole like, because 30K has like a weird, almost like historical vibe to it. However, there are ways to do like the whole sandbox, the complete sandbox, and that is Shattered Legions and Black Shields. So if you don't want to stick yourself to one of the legions, you know, those rules are present for you. Yeah, in Culture American, that's why you play Black Shields, if you want to do stuff like that. But yeah, and again, like, if you know, I think the most common answer was check with your group. If they're fine with it, go for it. But in general, power gaming is not welcome in the 30K group. Like, playing just to win, and like you know, playing your Iron Hands as Ultramarines or anything like that. And not to mention, a lot of events are like traitors versus loyalists. And so, you know, when you sign up as a Death Guard player and you put Blood Angels on the board, like, it ends up like, it's just confusing to people. And like, not a, it's like not a pleasant way. So yeah, I'm all about like people proxying stuff, and yeah, trying out rules with other models. Like, that's fine. You want to test out rules for stuff, that's cool. But yeah, to me, the attitude of it's only the dads that just want to have, yeah, just people want to have fun. That's what it is. It's like it is a more laid back group, but like there's still like a you know, like a standard there, right? And if the guy wants alternate color schemes, there are different ways to run Death Guard with different color schemes too. That's not just strictly Blood Angels colors, because you know, Death Guard before Mortarion found, they're called the Dusk Raiders, and I think they had different they had different a different color scheme. So you could probably figure out what that color scheme is, or you could do like a slight alteration of the color scheme, or you know, you could do different things like that. Yeah, you pick Americans, but you pay them as German. Or it's more like you buy a German army, but you play with American rules, because like the Americans are OP in bolt action or whatever, right? Like, man, I want to play the faction that's good, so I'm gonna play. Yeah, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play the Americans, but I have these German minis, so I'm gonna go to tournaments with Germans and play them as Americans, right? Yeah, it's a bunch. Yeah. Let me Google that before you died. Oh, yeah. Shame. It's a weird analogy, but yeah. But you know, you could, I can imagine the same kind of person arguing that, where it is, well, they're both, you know, they both fought at the same time, they both have the rifles, they both have machine guns, they're pretty much the same, they're all human, right? Like, I can field my German soldiers as Americans. You know, look, this MG42 is it's just a 50 cal. You know, it's an M2. That's all it is. This Panzer IV is actually a Sherman. The silhouette's about the same, so it works. Playing bolt action. I don't play bolt action, no. But if someone were to play bolt action and they were to do that, it's the comparison. A good analogy that Star Laser had. That was just something I saw the other day. I was like, yeah. It was one thing, like, you ask, you get your answers, and you take the feedback, and everything, but I thought this person was, like, arguing with others about it.
First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your home.
Hey, I am Adam. Welcome. And thank you for the follow. Yeah. I mean, I literally have an AT-AT as a Leman Russ. Like, proxies are fine. But I'm not proxying for, like, a rules advantage. And confusing people with it. Again, if someone's like, man, I have this Blood Angels movie, or Blood Angels Army, and I really want to try out the Death Guard rules. Like, do you mind if I run these as Death Guard? Like, yeah, cool, that's great. Love to. Totally cool with that. Yeah, 30K has it's always had stock issues. It sells well. It's doing really well as a game. But yeah, just GW has trouble keeping things in stock. Few people do not just call me Tom for some reason. I am a Tom. Is that what it is? That's funny. So people call you. They just call you Tom. And a Warhammer Orc biker army with cardboard cutouts. Nice. Yep. I have experienced that as well. I was collecting this as a teenager. And, yeah, you make do. We would use, red solo cups and water bottles as drop pods for our armies. Because who's going to pay $30 for a drop pod when you just set it on the table and leave it there, right? So, like, we would do all kinds of stuff like that. Picked up Legions Imperialis. Oh, nice. Yeah. That's cool. I'm curious where that game goes. I kind of... The deodorant tanks, yeah. Hi, Greenleaf. How you doing? I'm a little salty that it seems like Imperialis took a lot of the attention away from, like, big scale 30K. But it seems like for the most part people are just doing both. So, and we're still getting tons of cool stuff for 30K, so it's not that big a deal. I think if the release schedule were faster for 30K, I'd probably just not be buying the stuff anyway because I'd just be broke. Cardboard terrain, yeah, lots of cardboard terrain. I still have some of my cardboard terrain. Again, who's going to pay $30 for a hill from GW? That's ridiculous. I have that grassy hill. Don't judge me. What's going on, Avelios? What is TSOALR? What is that? It looks familiar, but I'm not, it's not ringing a bell. As I move my $60 trees to the side, yeah. One of my dreams was always to have a Realm of Battle board. That plastic 6x4 board. Would love to have one of those. Oh, turn signals on a Land Raider. Okay. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen that reference. Got Spartan to convert to use for Custodes. Oh, cool. Man, a big gold Spartan. That sounds cool. Yeah, Velios, I finished the Walker tank. Quite happy with it. I need to get a picture of it next to my Leman Russ so I can get a good comparison, show everybody the comparison of the size. We had our second kid and the Army's relegated to waterproof box in the basement. Oh, that sucks. Sorry about that. I understand though. My son was born and man, all my hobby time went away for quite some time. But I only have one kid, so it's not as bad for me. Same 20. Hey, that's cool, man. You're getting it. You're getting it. You have no work for your job to do. Nice. This is my Leman Russ proxy. Got the nice Prospering transfer on there and everything. But yeah, Vanquisher cannon and a las cannon on it. So militia could be used for Solar Aux too. We'll see. But yeah, super easy print, really easy to paint. It's great. And yeah, like I said, it has the same like silhouette as a Leman Russ proper. The gun probably sits back a little more, but otherwise, it's all the same. Packed up my terrain, including terrain tiles, reclaim foreign place. Yeah, okay, all right. Work from home is the best thing to get some hobby time. Debating over whether or not to paint. Yeah. The 2x2 tiles, yeah. Yeah, the Rumble Battle was those 2x2 tiles that they use that plastic and they had the cool like carrying case and everything. Yeah. Hey Troy, what's going on? Joining on YouTube. How you doing, Troy? Can I work from your home too? Good luck. Alright, a couple things I want to do. We're going to go back and get a second coat on these guys. Not a lot of red. They have a lot of like ridges and everything on their armor. But it's all stuff that's just going to get highlighted. So the red is going to take forever to highlight, but it is what it is. Only works if you have a desk that's not covered in stuff. That's true. That's true. Zen, I would say put one color on your minis. Just do that. So you can say I painted today and you can be done with it. It's probably not the dry brush beast in order to paint them. Okay. Legion of Thousand Suns. These are Thousand Suns. Yep, this is my Thousand Suns command squad. And I'm just getting base colors on them right now. William. Yeah, welcome. Thanks for joining in though. Yeah, just getting started on the Thousand Suns. But I've been working on it. I have a couple hours in these already, but a lot more to do. Coin case for batteries and blue LED mounts. Okay. Or Inceptors. Okay. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah. Get a 3D printer so I can print all this Drakenfall terrain set. Oh yeah. If you get a his knee pad. You get an FDM printer, dude, let me know, because I mean, I always want more terrain though, but FDM has so many useful applications. It's just different than resin. The Thousand Suns. That's awesome. Always good to have another Thousand Suns fan in chat. That's great, dude. I am streaming on Twitch and YouTube, guys. So if you hear me talking to someone, you don't see their comment, it's probably because they're on the other platform. But yeah, I have about 10,000 points of Thousand Suns and allied auxilia and militia. So I have quite a bit. This is my first command squad I'm painting for these guys. On X1C recently, it's exactly what I always wanted. Really? Okay. Oh, cool. Tinkering is minimized. That's nice. Hmm. It's nice to be painting some Thousand Suns. I have to have these guys finished before February 23rd. Got an event. We're doing a Zone Mortalis event. And this is the squad I chose to paint for that event. I also considered taking Militia to that. But that just seems like a hassle. I would have to paint a lot more. It would take a lot more time. Because I can't take all the basic troops that I take. Or that I've already painted for my Militia. I'd have to take stuff like Grenadiers. PS1's also good. Okay. Does the FDM printer have like a smell? I know it's melting plastic, so I assume there's some kind of smell to it, like some kind of odor it puts out, but how strong that is. Printing with your ventilation. Okay. So you should still have ventilation and everything. It's not like you just stick in a closet. Go for it. I have my new air filter coming in today for my air purifier, so I'm going to run some prints. Some more prints this afternoon. ABS, and it smells like burning plastic. Okay. Yeah, I know it's still toxic. I don't think it's as strong a toxic as like a resin printer, but it's like different. But it's still not good for you to breathe. Why did your channel do a weird thing where the video got smaller? And I don't know, maybe an ad was trying to pop up on you. I don't know. If you got those little like banner ads, maybe that's what that was. I didn't touch anything, so I don't know. Yeah, 3D printers are a lot of hassle. Yeah, they are. like I was just telling someone a little bit ago, it's definitely a hobby in its own. It's not. I don't think it's not like as plug and play as some people try to make it out to be. There's a lot of troubleshooting. There's a lot of frustration that comes with it. Yeah, you're working with toxic chemicals, so you need to make sure that you're on top of your game as far as ventilation and personal protective equipment and stuff like that. It is very rewarding, though. A hassle but infinite terrain. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I have infinite minis at this point of like some of the coolest quality that you can find. Star Laser, that's what you just do what my friends do. And you just find a friend with a printer. You just offer to buy them resin every once in a while and get them to print stuff for you. Yeah, just bribe TPD with resin. No. I'm at the point where I print stuff for some people I know in person, and that's about it, because I don't want to have a 3D print business. So, I printed some things for some people before, but like that's too much for me. Yeah, I have a printer. I have an Elegoo Mars Pro 3. Nothing fancy. Yep, just print resin and resin accessories. No, mine's a 3. Yeah, Mars 3 Pro. There we go. Get around doing that soon. Okay. OG Mars, if she's right now. Yeah. It's probably gonna sit for a while, right? It's just kind of what happens. I have phases. I'll print a lot of stuff for like a week or two and then kind of take a break for a few weeks and then print more. But I try to like print everything I can think of when I have the printer going. So I'm not consistently printing stuff all the time. Like my last big print phase was I printed a whole bunch of militia for myself. Then I painted all of them. My next militia to paint are going to be artillery and artillery crew. They're all printed. Just need to be assembled and then painted. I got new room lights for my room, for my work room in here, and they're like RGB and everything, but they're nice, like standing lights, and I think I can put them up on these ledges and a little bit more projection where they are because they're adjustable with like their height and everything. So I like them though. They came with a remote, and there's two of them, and they're both controlled by the same remote. So it's really easy to turn them off and on. There's also an app that controls them. It's kind of nice, yeah. Yeah, and I just put in, I just kind of like remodeled my workroom here. And one of the things, I was a dummy and didn't consider, but one of the things I did was I covered up the light switch coming into the room with big bookshelves. So I don't want to rearrange this room anymore because it's like perfect how it is except for the light switch. So we didn't have enough light in this room anyway. We were wanting to get new lights, so I found these lights, and since they come with a remote, I'm just going to hang the remote on like right inside the entrance of the room. So you can just push the button on the remote and turn them on. Then we don't have to worry about the switch. Govee? No, I don't think so. You talk about like the brand of lights? I don't remember the actual brand of lights, honestly. Okay, yep, and again, these are lines that we can straighten out as we kind of go. Pretty nice little box you can put inside an electro box and a switch so you can turn off and on. Oh, okay, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I figured I was just gonna get a little way to hang up my remote that I have. Keep these even. Flat back command strip. Yeah, I think it'll be a command strip. Yeah, because it is a flat back on it on the remote. Yeah, they just came in yesterday and I put them up, so I'm just slowly getting through all the solutions. Okay, something like that. We'll do bottom of them here. Dry brushing was the right call. Nice. Yeah, dry brushing is the right call in organics. Good choice. Keep this even. Should work. No, didn't know you were on Twitch. Really have time for Twitch, but I hope it does. Hey, cool. Base student banner looks clean. Hey, Zerbads the Terrible. Thanks for jumping in, man. I am, it's weird to hear someone that has seen my YouTube and then found my Twitch. Because I suck at uploading stuff to YouTube unless it's like a live thing. But thank you so much for stopping in and saying hi. Very much appreciated. And thank you for the compliment. We're working on base colors. We're getting these guys. Very slowly. Okay. Get this second coat, and there's one more bit of white I need to paint. I think I'm gonna do the like the psychic fire on his sword. I'm gonna do that after everything else. Just gonna pick that out and do it on its own. Okay. So last bit of white on these minis. Go ahead and fill in their eyes with white. It's normally something I do at the end, but getting a head start on this isn't a terrible idea. Got it. You know what, I had an idea for this Power Fist guy. Just thought about it. He's got a cool, like, sideways crest on his helmet. We're gonna do what we can with that. Help it stand out. I was gonna do red and black, but there's enough red on these minis. We're going to do blue and black. Sideways crest is sergeant and standard bearers. I'm just rolling with what feels right. Yeah. This is actually the first like crest I've had on a Thousand Suns minis because I print a lot of heads and stuff and kind of like customize them, and like crests aren't usually like a Thousand Suns thing. They'll normally have the little they look like little tuning forks on their heads, which are like they're supposed to be little like psychic hoods. Like these little crests right here. All their heads are 3D printed. Their heads, their shoulders, and these arms on the normal guys. And I have a couple like extra things. But I found these helmets as an STL, and these are Thousand Suns helmets. But this one had a crest, and I was like, I want someone to have a crest because it looks cool. So the Power Fist guy gets it. So, rule of cool. They can be in tune with the warp. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah. The tuning forks. Yeah. Amplifies their psychic power. What primer did I use? So I airbrush my primer. I usually use Pro Acryl primers through an airbrush. These guys, Yeah, I have like a whole like red technique. It's a little different now, but I don't know. Zen could probably post my red here. Exclamation point red. You see how I paint my red? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Tuned to Tzeentch's frequency. They definitely did that. Yeah, they went hard to Tzeentch's frequency. Did you change it up? No? Okay, okay. Any primary color. Gotcha. Weird, it posted twice. Let's book a little bit. Oh, you... Okay, okay. You copy pasted it. Did you? Okay. These some nice results with X27. Yeah, X27 is an incredible paint. The issue is it smells horrid and has got to be super toxic. So last year I moved away from the X27 and started using. I tested 15 different clear red paints across, I don't know, 10 different lines, and found yeah, super toxic. Yeah, no kidding. But yeah, I ended up settling on AK Interactive Clear Red, and that's what I use now. It's a little different. It takes more work to use it, but it's an acrylic based paint, and it looks almost identical. So it's about as identical as you can get. Yeah, both. Yep. Surprisingly, normally, well, it smells like to me it smells like really like chemical cherries. Like it just clouds the whole. It would like cloud my whole house if I was painting long enough with the airbrush. So I said no thanks. I need something else. Okay. Back to this guy. Yeah, crest is dry. Need some new black paint here. More coats or other so there's other difficulties. Any kind of clear paint, you're going to need it takes a lot of coats, especially through an airbrush. So you're going to be like, it's going to be like equivalent of 4 or 5 coats that you have to apply slowly, because if it's too thick it pools and there's like a whole thing with it. But AK is the same with that. The difference with the AK stuff, besides just not being toxic, is it reactivates. So it has an issue with reactivating when you paint over it, when it gets wet. So the wash or other paint that goes over it will reactivate it, and it'll mix, and it's this whole problem. So what I have to do to make it workable is not super happy with those being uneven. It's not too bad. I have to put a gloss varnish coat over it, So I have to let it cure for like 24 hours. Because that's the kind of time it needs. And you can't touch it because it's tacky when it's done, and you'll like mess it up. So let it cure for 24 hours. I put a coat of gloss varnish over it, and then I put matte varnish over that, and that will prevent it from reactivating. Yeah, the color is worth it. It's just it's a lot of work. So when I did the Tamiya, when I was using the Tamiya, it was gloss varnish. Yeah, so my Tamiya recipe, I don't know if it even says it on there. I was putting a matte varnish over the Tamiya because the Tamiya would dry very glossy, and it's difficult to brush paint over a gloss varnish. So I would matte varnish it, and then I would satin varnish at the end to bring back like the metallic shine on it. So I was doing that with the AK stuff, and I found out it was reactivating through the matte varnish. So I talked with some people about it, and we eventually settled on matte varnish is like, it's diluted varnish, right? Like it has all the particles in it that make it not as good of a varnish, but it gets the matte finish. Gloss varnish is like pure varnish. So I tried a gloss varnish over it, but then with the gloss varnish you can't paint on it because it's like slick, and it's, you know, the paint doesn't stick to it. So then I put the matte varnish back over that, and it didn't reactivate anymore. So that's how I solved the reactivation issue. And these guys are AK clear over Vallejo Metal Gold, then a gloss varnish, then a matte varnish, and they currently look very matte. But then once I put the satin varnish on them at the very end, I do some stuff with varnishes to get the colors out, but the satin varnish goes over the red and the metallics, and that'll bring back out the glossiness at the end. Yeah, it's kind of it's a lot, right? At that point, I was already like 5,000 points in on my 1,000 Suns, so I'm willing to go through the solutions. Yeah, or you can just use that metal color gold and then just put like Blood Angels red contrast. No, Blood Angels red is too dark. It's what's the one that's lighter than Blood Angels red? I don't have it. I don't own that one, but there's one I know of that's like, it's like the bright red GW. It's Blood Angels something. Ball red. Yeah, ball red. Yep. That's the color. Just put that over there, and then you're probably good just to paint the mini from there. Yeah, here's our quick. We painted this commissar in about an hour and a half. Was our little commissar dude we painted this morning. Good. Yeah, so I did Zarbads. Yeah, I literally bought and tested 15 different clear red paints from like 10 different brands. I took people's recommendations. Like people would just come in and tell me stuff over the course of like a month, and I ordered all these different paints from all these weird websites and all these different things. And I tested every single one of them in the same manner to try to find what would match Tamiya X27 the best. And the AK Interactive was the closest. It's near identical. All the others were like, you know, varying degrees of off. But the Tamiya Clear Red was the one that worked. So yeah, I mean, I tested Blood Angels, Flesh Terrors, and Angron Red Clear Paint, Vallejo Express Colors, Army Painter. I have this brand. I tested 4 of these. Minotaur was a Scorching Red, Ghost Tint, which was nothing like that.
First of all, let me take just
Angelic
a moment to
Blood,
thank you for allowing me back into
and
your
Nebula
home.
Red. None of these ones worked. I had what else? Transparent reds from Pro Acryl were way off in color. I had other stuff. I have other just like red paints sitting around everywhere. Candy Red from Green Stuff World. They had 2 colors from Green Stuff World that were really bad. The Green Stuff World was probably the worst stuff I used, honestly. Also, thank you for the YouTube subscribe. I appreciate that. Yeah, getting the work done for everybody else. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I put in the effort to figure out which red was best, because I didn't want to compromise on like the color for my minis. So
First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your home.
Gummy, welcome. Or is it Goomy? How you doing? That sounds kind of weird. It's like a weird phrase. How you doing, Gummy? Thank you for the follow. I'm going to be slathering these minis in colors and making everybody upset, I believe. Because this is time to just wash.
First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you.
And Zarbad, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Yep. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that's so weird, but that's what you get. Do you not like the late great Bob Ross? Yeah, it is. It is Bob Ross. Yeah. A lot of my sound notifications are for that. We sound a lot alike. Yeah. These minis really need, this Mark III really needs this wash between these armor panels. I think I'm a lot more nasally than Bob Ross. Big key is we don't want much pooling on the mini. We want the wash, and this is diluted. It's 50-50 black wash and just like Lamian medium is what I have here. Just an acrylic medium works just fine. Yeah, most of my sound alerts are Bob Ross. My one really proud one that's not Bob Ross is when people sign up for the Patreon. That's the only one that's really different. But I made that sound clip. I found sound clips and messed with it. Yeah, Lamy Medium is good stuff. Yeah, I agree with that. Doing good. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I mean, I like your work. I feel like I have a lot to learn. Yeah, you are always more than welcome to ask questions. I am not. I would never claim to be the greatest painter out there, but I will say I have a lot of experience, and I feel like I have a lot of experience that I can share, like practical things. Ah, there it is. Oh, it's one of my favorite movies. I don't know. I love that so much. Thank you, Adam, for signing up for Patreon. I appreciate that. So, yeah, I'm always happy to answer questions. I've been painting minis for almost 25 years now, to varying degrees, and I do paint minis full time at this point, as a commission painter. So yeah, I very much, I paint armies. That's what I do. I have messed with oils a little bit, but I don't use enamels. No, I've never used enamels. Yeah, I've used oil washes a small amount. No one heard the sound alert? No, no, please tell me. Please tell me it worked. It's like
First of all,
a sound
let me
alert
take
just
a
for me.
moment to
Is
thank
that what
you
it
for
is?
allowing me back into your home.
Does that no? No way. No way. If that didn't work, I'm going to be so sad. And also feel like an idiot. No noise other than Bob. Ah, I'm so mad. All right. Dang it. Now why wouldn't that work? It's always something. Okay, well, I'm sad. My day is ruined. I'm sorry. And Adam, I feel like your day should be ruined as well. It's Starship Troopers, guys. And I love Starship Troopers. It's one of my favorite movies. Nearly every stream involved an hour screwing with their stream setup. Oh, it only took them 2 years to figure that out. I've been doing this for almost 4 years. Still like this. They call it the meat machine, is what they call it. Tabletop Starship Troopers miniatures when they still made them. No, I didn't. I didn't. It was a game I kind of followed for a bit, and I was interested because I love Starship Troopers, but it never really caught on, and so like I never jumped into it. The one I really wanted to get into was the AVP miniature game. From oh man, who was that company? I bought a couple minis for it, and then they got like slapped with like weird copyright things from Fox, who owned the rights to like Alien and Predator. Like after they got permission to make the minis and stuff, Fox was like, "Nah, we don't want this," and they just like cut them off, and they had to like cancel the whole game. Yeah, it was like Proto or I can't remember. Can't remember. Or pulling isn't too bad on this. Protos? Was that it? Yeah, that could very well be it. Yeah. They had some incredible miniatures. Absolutely amazing stuff. And I played the board game at a convention once, and they showed off like we're making a tabletop war game out of it, and we have the three factions at the start, which are the aliens, the predators, and the marines, and it was going to be like a whole like war game, and then yeah, they just shut it down like almost overnight. They have TTRPG. Oh, cool. Oh wow. Okay. Dang. Yeah, there's a newer AVP game that's like out. That's like is it like a skirmish game or something that's out? But that's like the minis look a lot like very similar, but obviously because it's in the same setting, right? But it's from a different company and everything though. It's not the same. Yeah, the Gale Force 9 ones are the newer ones, right? Yeah, I was trying to think of who was making those. They're good looking stuff. I was ready to jump into the tabletop war game of AVP and playing like super stealthy predators and just zapping people with lasers and like throwing disc things and stuff. Like it just sounds so cool. We got 3 of them. I need more wash down here. It's only the aliens. Oh, okay, okay. Between acrylics and oils, it's definitely a change in workflow. Let me get some more Lamy medium out. I use acrylic washes almost 100% of the time. I used an oil wash on some terrain, and I've done it on minis like once or twice, but definitely not something I prefer. Just because like I have my setup, I paint my minis, and the amount of time it takes to paint my minis, and like setting aside all the time just to do oil washes is a lot. I tried oil washes on my Thousand Suns when I was doing test schemes, and what I ended up determining, oil washes work so well as washes, and like that wash went right into the I tested on a Mark III Marine a long time ago too. It was like an older Mark III Marine, and it works so well as a wash, but that ended up being kind of a detriment to what I found my results were with the normal acrylic wash, which the normal acrylic wash will stain a little bit, and I found that I kind of like the color staining a little bit on my Thousand Suns in particular. So I ended up sticking with the acrylic wash between the ease of use and the fact that it had like a slightly more interesting effect on the minis. Yeah, watered down blue wash would look really good. Nothing, you don't want like a bright blue though. You want something that's a little more muted and dark, but yeah. Water it down. You want that kind of cold look on them. I think it looks really good on Grey Knights. Not something you have to do, but that's kind of my preference if I were painting Grey Knights. Yeah, oil washes on Marines. Yeah, especially if you're going for like the nice like clean Marine look, or if you're going like super dingy and you want to sit them, like leave them on there and clean them off later. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of good that can be done there with a lot of the Marines. Switch up and work can be a hassle. Yeah. Too many of those can get just be a little too much. Yeah, if I have the choice and I can get a similar effect, I'm going to choose acrylic stuff over oils. Just because of the ease of use. Might be to my detriment as a learning opportunity and a skill builder, but it is what it is. Right, use wash. Let's get our banner bear, and we're going to do the whole thing in this black wash. This guy had extra 3D printed pieces. I actually 3D printed his torso, and I had to cut up the leg portion a bunch. It was actually off the torso portion, was like his like groin, and I had to like remove that and put it onto the legs, and then like do all this whole process to get this new torso on here. Because of these new Mark III sculpts, but a little bit of green stuff and everything. But I like this torso. Very, very cool Thousand Suns. Torso and head. He's got like the actual psychic hood on and everything, which is neat. Anything that's like really egregious with the wash, we'll end up correcting with a lot of building of highlights and everything. So the wash can only do so much harm. Sarah Carl did a slight blue tinge. I think it was a couple drops of blue wash in the dip. They use them. Okay, yeah, you dipped them. Nice. Okay. There you go. Yeah, Grey Knights are definitely a decent project for like a speed paint, I think. Yeah. They do have a lot of details on the individual minis, but it they can work really well for that if you play your cards right. And I guess dipping them would be one of the ways to do that. Flesh wash good for gold parts. Flesh wash is good for gold parts. Yeah, it depends on kind of the tone you want your gold to be. If you want it to be like that kind of reddish, like super rich gold, then I think it works great. You know, if you don't want that tone out of your gold, then you know maybe it's not the best for what you'd want. But black and brown are also both really good washes for gold. So gold can be pretty versatile. All right, we got some washes down. Sepia on my Thousand Suns. Yeah, Sepia over gold for 40k Thousand Suns. Yeah. Hey, the 40k, welcome. Ooh, Professor Grimm. Oh yeah, Professor Grimm. Is this your Yeah, I love it, dude.
Job.
Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Professor Grimm's painting the Chameleon Skinks, the Underworld's warband. Oh, and he's assembling the next one. Those look like sea people, sea elves. But man, I love that Chameleon Skink mini. The one with his tail curled up. Like Chameleon Skinks were always really cool in Warhammer Fantasy. But yeah, that's a great sculpt. Great progress. Didn't you say you were basing these off like the colors off of like real life species of lizards or something? And this is also, I want to say, your 24th Underworld's warband that you're painting right now, right? You have 23 painted, and this is number 24, right? Because you want to paint all of them. Yeah, good stuff from Professor Grimm. Yeah, I think Professor Grimm's goal is to paint all of them, every single one. Okay, so we got a little bit of pulling here. It's like we don't want a lot of pulling right here, so we'll just take a brush, just absorb it a little bit. Some on the back. That's a great place for wash to pull. At this point it is. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Some of this stuff up here. I plan on using this mini pretty interchangeably as the banner bearer for my command squad, but also as a Legion Herald, because I love this banner, and I plan on making him look really cool. He's got a lot of cool extra, cool parts on him. So, really excited about that. Okay, so at this point, we have the wash on these minis. So we'll be starting the highlights on them soon. Bling isn't too bad anywhere. Knock that gold down to a nice tone. Yeah, looking good. A lot of highlights on the red. It's going to be a nightmare to highlight the back of these. I'm glad I'm only doing 5 of them. So I'm never getting a tactical squad of Mark III. Just take forever. Yeah, we're gonna start highlights soon on these. Tomorrow I think I'm gonna paint some more Astra Militarum. Got the next dude or two to paint, and then we might continue more on these guys, or we'll be doing something else. But yeah, this was the mini we painted this morning. This was our goal today, and we finished him by like an hour and a half into stream, I think. I could do a little bit more on his base, but I'll get to his base later with the rest of them. But pretty decent quick mini to paint. Warband 24. Also 6, so doing fine details, hit or miss. Other pick of the Sea Elves. I just did the base coat. Yeah, so I can do fast. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you prepped the other one, right? Like when you get bored with the one you're doing, you just spend some time. What'd you use? So the red armor, I'll explain it since I need to change my recipe on my command. The red armor is, I prime it any color. I use dark neutral gray Pro Acryl primer through an airbrush. I airbrush on Vallejo metal color gold, and I airbrush on AK Interactive clear red. I give that 24 hours to dry or to cure, and then I put a coat of gloss varnish and then a coat of matte varnish over that. It's very important because AK Interactive clear red reactivates when it gets wet, so you have to put the gloss varnish. The matte varnish is for painting practicality. Practicality. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, and then at this point it's a black wash over the red. Yeah, gloss varnish and then a matte varnish. Yep. So one after the other. Okay, and then I will end up highlighting these after this black wash. I'm going to highlight them with Pro Acryl white gold. This is the color, and just an edge highlight to capture like some of the like corners and stuff to give it like a kind of a more metallic sheen, and it'll all get a satin varnish at the end, which will bring out kind of the metallicness of the clear red and the gold underneath it. So a whole bunch of stuff. Everyone, hope to catch you soon. All right. Yeah, see you, Zarbads. Thank you so much for the follow, and thanks for hanging out, man. Yeah, and I think actually, guys, I think we're gonna call it there today. We did good work. We painted a whole mini, but I also got these this command squad. Got some good effort put in. You know, banner looks dingy. We're gonna build that up. It'll be nice and gleaming soon. But yeah, these are minis I need to finish before the 23rd. I have to paint them, which they're about halfway done, and then I gotta print and paint some bases for them. I gotta see if I have the bases. So hold on. But with that, I think we're going to find somebody to raid today. Yeah, and I should be on tomorrow. Should be on tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. We'll be on for a while. Oh man, let's see. I don't know who this is. Alright, you know what? Let's go say hi. Let's go say hi to an old friend here. open this stream. We'll do this. Okay. We're going to do a raid Retired 11B. And this is on, this is Twitch, guys, if you're, on Twitch. So yeah, we're going to raid them. We'll say hi. Retired 11B is super cool. And, okay, I didn't know there was a raid message. Who put the raid message in there? I don't know what's going on in my own stream, guys. Have a great day, everybody. I will see you all tomorrow. I'll be on about 10 a.m. Eastern, and yeah. Have a great day. Bye, everybody.